Awesome Sunday. Yay, Sunday, March 22nd. Like this year is just moving along, isn't it? It's just moving along. I've been wanting to do this video ever since I moved to Houston, Texas. I'm going to tell you, my experience in Houston has been great. Great. Now, I moved here in 2023 and then had a family situation in 2024, in March of 2024 actually. So I moved back to my hometown, and then I recently moved back to Houston, Texas in November of 2025. Crazy, right? Real crazy. So let me tell you, I have been trying to be here in Houston, Texas. Okay, that is my goal. And now that my family are straight, they're good. We have a plan. I can feel free. I feel good knowing that, okay, now I'm back. Now I can make things happen here. So I just wanted to go over some things, some ins and out about moving to Houston, Texas. Now, a lot of folks move to Houston, Texas each and every year. Houston, Texas it is a major hub. And I will tell you, the Houstonians who are from Houston or who have been here a long time, they often tell me or ask me, they often ask me, why do you want to move to Houston? Everyone's moving to Houston. And I'm just like, why don't you move? Like sometimes when you're in a place, you've been there too long, you feel like you wear out your welcome. You feel like, it's time to move forward, move on to newer things. And I feel like those people who ask me those type of questions, maybe they should move to a different state, and then the state won't be so crowded, and then maybe they could find some happiness. Because I'm telling you, child, everyone who asks me that question seems very unhappy in Houston. And I'm thinking, well, why you ain't move? Because you can move, right? Just like I did. But anyway, I will say being in a new state, in a huge city like Houston, is exciting in so many ways. It's exciting, it's fun to experience something new. It's fun to experience different food, different people, different environment. I mean, it just is what it is. So, that's the only way that's the best way I can explain moving to a different state. Because some people, it's just not for them. They want to stay in the same state they were born and raised in for the rest of their lives, and it's okay. You have that option to do that. But anyway, for the people who are wanting to move to Houston, I wanted to do a video for you guys to go over some things that you need to know before moving to Houston, Texas, okay? So I'm going to just get into some things. It's not in any type of order. It's just how I feel, what's on my mind, right? So I'm going to just go all in and talk about the food scene here in Houston, Texas, because that's one of the biggest things. It's hot in here. It's maybe I should go to weather first. Okay, you know what? I'm going to move to weather first. So the weather, okay? Houston is hot all year round, okay? I mean, we have a winter that probably lasts in total about a month this year. Now, I wasn't here the previous year, so in 2024, well, yeah, I was here in 2024. It seemed like the winter months last about 2 months, and from the end of 2023 going into 2024, it seemed like it was about 2 months. This year, to me, it seems like the winter month only lasted 1 month. I'm going to be real honest. It's always hot, which is a good thing if you like warm climate. And I myself, I love warm climate. I don't like snow. I don't like putting on a big coat, socks and layers and stuff. I don't like all that stuff. So for someone like that, Houston may be the right place for you, if you don't like to be in cold climates. So usually the pool is open all year round at most apartment complexes or parks and recs or any places that have pools. More than likely the pool is open all year round. Now, will they keep the pool up each year or all year round? That's a whole nother thing. But usually the pool is always open. Now, it is always hot, which means once the sun goes down during the wintertime, you're probably going to need, now it's springtime, okay? So wintertime is over. All right, so we looking at hot weather all day, all night here, okay? All day, all night. But in the wintertime, in the evenings, you could definitely expect once that sun goes down that you're going to need some layers. Jacket, a sweater. You might even need a coat on some nights. Now, this year we did get threatened with the winter storm, but Houston, Texas didn't get hit as hard as other places got hit in Texas. So that was a great thing for me. It did get cold for a couple of days, and I mean a couple, and we didn't get no snow or ice. The streets weren't bad. I like things like that because when I first moved to Houston, I was told that the weather would be so bad sometimes that your area would be flooded. I was told not to live on the first floor of an apartment complex. I was told that the weather might be so bad sometimes that it might knock the lights off. So you might have some electrical issues throughout the year living here. And I will say I haven't experienced any of that, but I can understand how that can be possible. I do know that here it rains. When it rains, it rains. Okay? We don't get a lot of rain often, but when it does rain, it's raining. Like all day, all night. Middle of the night, like all night, it's going to rain. But yeah, so that's pretty much the weather. To me, the weather is pretty cool. Nothing to really worry about. Nothing that will stop you from coming, right? So, which one did I want to get into? The food, okay? The food, man. I'm telling you, the food is top. I'm gonna say top notch. I'm gonna say top notch. The food here is awesome, man. It's awesome and amazing. It's a lot of different places to eat. A lot of places, you're going to get a good experience when it comes to food. Hands down, the food is going to be great. Now, there are some places where the food is not going to be good. There are some places where certain dishes are not as good as the other. But the food is hands down great, okay? It's good. I mean, you do have to go to like a reputable place. I would suggest going somewhere that's requested by other Houstonians, by YouTubers, on social media where it's been advertised, or places like the Michelin places, like, where you're going to get a 5-star experience, because usually you're going to get that 5-star experience and you're going to get great food at most places here. Now, there are some places that have bad food, and then there's nothing you can do about that at all. You just wasted your money, and that's it, and that's all. And I mean, it is what it is when it comes to that. Now, the rodeo just ended. Today was the last day of the rodeo. The rodeo season in Houston is huge. Huge. I mean, it's a whole vibe. They call it their spring break. So they said on the news, about 3 million people coming to Houston just for partying, just for spring break, just for the rodeo itself, which is crazy ridiculous. I know y'all probably seen some of the videos where people were showing out, acting up. That's not a normal thing here for the rodeo. You usually do not see that type of activity going on. Things are very mild here, okay? Because the police don't play. And they have these people called constables who are above the police, and they really don't play, okay? I'm not even going to get into them because I'm not even trying to bring that energy this way, okay? But no. Definitely, you're going to find a lot of great foods. The rodeo is almost like the fair. If your city has the state fair each year, the rodeo is pretty much like that on steroids. Anything in Houston is on steroids, okay? I'm talking about all your stores that you could think about, all your shopping places, anything, everything is galore into the 10th power here. All right. They did not lie when they said everything is bigger in Houston. Didn't lie. Bigger, grander, more more is the thing, okay? You're going to get more here. Yes. So let's get into like self-care stuff, right? Now, if you're a girly like myself, even I know there's some guys as well that like doing some self-care things. It's a lot of places here for self-care. Get your nails done, get laser, get, any type of facials, massages, things like that. Everybody and their mama could do it, okay? Here. Like I say, in when I say things are just like abundant here, it's definitely abundant, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to move to Houston, because things are bigger. It's a lot of abundant things going on here. And yeah. So when it comes to like self-care, it's a lot of options far as the price. If you go to like an esthetician or something, go get your hair done. You just want to make sure the price is right and you're not being scammed. So I would suggest not paying if you're going to like, okay, to my black girls, right? Y'all know you want to go get your hair done. However, sometimes they have those apps you have to pay like a deposit and then you go meet up with them later on. I would suggest going to a place that you know is reputable, or going to a place where you can actually walk in to make sure everything is legit, because you will get scammed. So think about it. With all the people that's here in Houston, Texas, you're going to have scammers, right? You can't stop that. And they will scam you about getting your hair done and everything. Now, my daughter almost got scammed here trying to get her hair done. And luckily, for some reason, I don't know, but the money was not able to process, because she was trying to send a deposit to the lady, but it wasn't able to process for some reason. So we decided we were just going to go to the place, and we went to the place that the girl was supposed to be at doing hair. And the lady said, oh no, she said, people come in here all the time. That's a scam. And I'm like, what? And she was like, but I could do your hair. And I'm like, well, let us see your work. But she didn't have any pictures. So we were like, okay. Now, if you know, like I know, when it comes to your hair, you know, a lot of us are real picky about stuff like that. So, just be careful when it comes to self-care places. Make sure they actually have a brick and mortar where you can go and make sure it is a real business, because you may get scammed. Okay, it is very possible. It is. Now, also when it comes to the eating, right? Let me go back to that because I didn't talk about the brunch hype. The brunch hype here is huge, okay? Everyone loves to talk about brunch, brunch, brunch. To me, brunch is more of a, if you just want to get out the house, you go to brunch. If you have like family members here and you want to just show them a good time, y'all go to brunch. I would suggest cook your own meals at home, because food is hot. Now, even though it's good, some good, most of the food is good, it's high. Definitely, to me, it's high. You're going to pay for a plate around between 25 and up, okay, for a plate. That's like an entree and a side or two, okay, because that could be an entree and a side, $25, even at a food truck. Now, that's a whole nother thing, okay? The food trucks around here are amazing, okay? To me, the food trucks are better than most of the restaurants that's here. So you have your options. You have the late night food trucks. You have the food trucks that's up all day. You have so many options when it comes to food. But I suggest cooking your own meals at home because it's just the hype. And then you'll have to worry about parking. Parking is a huge thing here. When you go out for entertainment, if you need to or if you can afford to, I would suggest getting an Uber only because you're probably going to have to pay for parking. And the parking may or may not be in the vicinity of where the place that you're going to be at is. So you may have to walk a little while. That is a huge thing here, okay? You may have to walk when you go out and about. It's very normal. Paying for parking here is very normal. $20 or more, $20, $30 sometimes to pay and park is a very normal thing here. I don't know how else to stress that to you. Having to walk far to get to the place that you're wanting to go after you done paid for parking is a whole thing, okay? I'm telling you, for my ladies, make sure your heels are very comfortable because you're gonna be walking a lot. I mean, that's just the whole thing. Let's see here. Find the right place to stay. The living situation is a huge thing here. Now, Houston is huge, okay? Let me tell you, to get around Houston, to get to a lot of places in Houston, I'm telling you, it is a normal thing here in Houston, Texas, for you to drive almost an hour to get to where you need to go, and it's still considered Houston. Okay? And you could go further than that and it still be considered Houston. Houston is huge. I never seen such a huge place before. I've never been in such a huge place. Houston, I would say, I'm trying to think, is Houston bigger than New York? I'm thinking Houston is definitely way bigger than New York, right? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking it is. I've been to New York before, and I thought that was huge. And the traffic is terrible there. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it probably is. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at a map. But Houston is huge. So it's a normal thing here to look up a place and that you're wanting to go out to eat and, you know, have a good time at, and it be 45, 50 minutes away. That's a normal thing here. If you're not used to driving, if you don't like to drive, Houston ain't the place to be. I'm telling you, everything is so spread out. It's so spread out. Nothing is in one area. I was told that Houston has 3 downtowns, okay? 3 of them. 3 bad boys, okay? So you can have a downtown here, downtown there, downtown on a whole nother side. And each one is popping, in my opinion. It's a lot of things to do here, a whole lot of things to see here. If you're a sightseer like me, I love to see nice buildings. I love to see a lot of different places, things that you don't normally see in your hometown. Houston is the place for that. Now, I will say things are so spread out that a lot of times you'll see a lot of industry and industrial places, because here in Houston, they have the residential and the business is mixed. Now, where I'm from is separate. So you're not going to have a business next to a house. But here in Houston, you'll have business, business, house, house, business, business, house. Like, you could be living right next to a business, which is different for me, for especially when I first moved here. It's real different for me. But you can move, you can have a house anywhere. And if you don't really understand what I'm saying, I guess you will have to be here to understand. It looks different to have a house right next to like a little restaurant, and then have another business, and then a house, and it looks like a lot. It really is. But still, I wouldn't trade it for anything. The schools are everywhere. From what I was told, the public schools are great here. I don't know. I know it's a lot of different options when it comes to school. You have the preparatory schools, you have the schools that major in certain types of things, like you may have a technology school. You may have, certain types of schools like that if you're needing if you have younger children. Now, my children are grown. I don't have any young children. So I just see the schools and I see that a lot of them look real nice on the outside. And I don't know what they look like on the inside because I don't have children. So I don't know. I don't have young children. So I don't know about the schools, but I know it's plenty of schools that's here in Houston, okay? Let's see here. Okay, so money and savings. When it comes to living in Houston, Texas, like I said, you don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype, okay? Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype because I'm telling you, it's hype. It's all hype. It's not going to go out of style. Okay, whatever it is you're wanting to do, you don't have to waste your money and be all flashy here doing that because I'm telling you, that's the hype. Okay, it's so many things to buy. So, it's a lot of people stunting. Okay, it's a lot of areas. Houston will have like very rich areas right next door to very poor areas. That's a huge thing as well. You'll be riding and you'll see look like slums, look like poverty, and turn the corner and the houses are huge as hell. And they look like $1 million houses, look like mansions. That's just the normal here. So, it's you run into that, but it may make you want to like keep up with the Joneses type thing, right? Because you see a lot of people stunting, a lot of people look good, a lot of people driving nice cars, but I say stay in your lane. Still continue to be who you are. Don't try to be out here stunting because you're going to fall quick if you stunt. Save your money, cook at home, okay? Cook at the crib, stay at home as much as possible because if you're out there in them streets, you're going to spend some money and it's not cheap. Okay? Now, housing, the cost of housing, they say is cheaper than most places here. And I will, agree to that. You can get in some nice places for less than what my hometown would charge. But and then be right next door to, like I said, $1 million houses or $500,000 houses, and which is a good thing, because you still get to feel some of that energy from people who are actually coming up, you know. But save your money, don't overspend, because if you overdo it, then you're going to be here and you're going to be broke and you're not going to feel good. Now, the social scene here, to me, is a whole vibe. A whole vibe. Now, I don't go out much. I do a lot more networking than anything. There are a lot of networking groups that's here where you can go if you say you have like a certain industry that you're in. You could find your group, you could find your people here, and you can, mix and mingle with them and do a whole lot of other things that involves them, or join like a networking community, or other types of communities. If you're into exercising, they have communities for that. Anything you could think of, they have it. And if they don't have it, you should build it. Definitely should build it. But I would say a lot of people showboat. A lot of people look big, have nice things, but I don't see a lot of showboating here. Like, take this for instance. Like when I visit Atlanta, Georgia, it's like showboating. It's like a lot of stunting. People look good, cars look good. They probably live with their mama or something. I don't know. To me, I don't see a lot of that here, but I am new here. To me, I see people don't look like they're stunting, trying to be someone who they're not. You know, when it comes to being like real flashy. I don't know. Maybe it's the circles I hang around or the places I be. That's not the thing to do, you know, so people not doing that. I will say when it comes to meeting people, now they may exaggerate. They may exaggerate or lie about who they are. I would be very careful trying to make friends here. Let me tell you, okay? I tried to make friends with this female, right? And she was just so negative that I was like, oh no, I can't do this, child. I can't. So, you know, you'll have people like that. You just have to be careful when it comes to dealing with certain type of people and certain types of energy because you already know that's just how people are, right? So there's a lot of different like suburbs here, and then you have the downtown area. The you have like suburban areas, and then you have downtown areas. The suburbs, they have like the Heights, Memorial, Midtown. They have downtown as well. That's the ones that I could think about. I could think of right now. I'm probably missing a whole lot, but like I said, I'm new here, so I don't know much. But I do know those areas are real like high end areas there. So if you like seeing fancy stuff, you know, I'm a type of person, I like seeing stuff like that. You know, I don't care to see things run down. Okay? Like I would pay extra to live in a neighborhood that is 5 stars, even though all I could do is afford to live there. Like I would do that. That's me. Let's see here. Okay, so I would say you definitely need a vehicle. Okay? Don't move to Houston, Texas if you ain't got no car unless you got some money to pay for Ubers because you're going to want to get out and experience stuff. But the bus is not like a regular thing. And then the train, I believe they have is, it doesn't go far at all because I've never seen it unless I was downtown. But yeah, you definitely want to have a car or know someone who has a car here just to be able to get around where you're needing to get around to. Now, you could definitely live here without a car, but it would be best to have one. It really would. The buses are not everywhere, and usually in the suburbs, you're not going to find a bus. Not at all. Okay? It may be one bus stop that's like 10 miles away from where you stay. Okay, you definitely want to have a car or some type of transportation because everything is very spread out. So I think that's everything. Yeah. That's everything pretty much for this video that I could think of about moving to Houston. So again, this video is about things you need to know before moving to Houston. If you're thinking about moving to Houston, I would definitely suggest moving here because it's a great experience. It's been a great experience for me. I've had a great time since I've been here, and I haven't really tapped in as much as I wanted to yet. But let me talk about dating. I talk about that a lot on here, or I used to, because I haven't been dating recently. But when I was dating, my dating experience was like wonderful. Okay, now I didn't meet anyone, but I sure went out to nice places. That's how I was able to see a lot of different restaurants and experience a lot of different things here. I will say the men are very generous, but yeah, I didn't find anyone. Didn't find love, but I'm not even looking for love. So I was looking for a nice time and a good meal, and I definitely found both of that. But yeah, I will say stay off those dating sites because I left the dating sites alone after, you know, experiencing a lot here. Now, I went on a date with a couple people who I could tell were just huge liars. I would suggest if you're going to go out on a date with someone, drive your own car or get an Uber. Don't let them drive you home, because what if, and make sure before you go on the date, talk to them for like a week or two. Don't just be texting and stuff. Actually have a conversation and, I don't know, come on, be grown, right? Have a conversation, talk to people, get to know them, so when you go out, you already feel that vibe. Everything should feel easy and good. You don't want to feel like, oh, I don't even know this person when you're going out on a date with them, because who wants to feel like that? Like, and waste your money and your time, because y'all, I'm telling you, wherever y'all going on a date at, it's not going to be close by. So you don't want to waste your time getting dressed, looking cute for somebody who you could have found out, you could have talked to him more over on the phone and found out he wasn't going to be the one. And, you could just order you something from that restaurant to eat, to go and call it a night. But yeah, as if you were to move to any place, definitely just be careful of your surroundings at all times. When you're going out, be safe. Think about stuff, plan stuff out, spend as less as possible, because you can overdo it here. It's a lot. It's a whole vibe. You can get caught up and pulled into a lot of different places. So I suggest, taking it easy here. And like I said, spending as less money as possible. But yeah, those are my things you need to know before moving to Houston. If you have any questions or any comments, leave it in the comment section. I definitely respond. Make sure you keep it nice, okay? Keep it nice. But thank you so much for watching my video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And you guys have an awesome Sunday evening. Yes, peace.